Hi. So I'm alive and well, and I'm sorry for being gone so long, but there's a story behind it, and we'll get to it at some point. I just want to check in real quick, say hello, make sure that everybody out there knows that we're still alive and we're okay. Callie's okay, Ginger's okay. We're staying at Mom's house. Super long story, but we're moving. We're in the process of moving. I'm building a new studio, and that's part of the reason that it's been so long since I've been able to make a video. I haven't even had my equipment or any workspace, and it's just been utter chaos. So this is Apple. If you haven't met Apple before, I know that everybody knows Ginger, but Apple is my first dog. So how old is Apple now, Mom?
9.
9. So for the first, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years of her life, I was her primary caretaker when Mom worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And so Apple now, since my mom has been retired for the last few years, stays with my mom most of the time. So that's probably why you haven't met her, but she's a good dog. She barks a lot, and she's fat, but she's soft and fluffy, and she's a good dog. So this is Apple. Okay. Mom, do you want to say hi?
Sure.
There she is. Oh, stop.
Hi, everybody.
That's my mom. That's Sue. Apple, stop. She is also known as Barks McGee. All right, so I want to get to a few things. I might be a bit rusty since I haven't done one of these in a while, and I might ramble. In fact, I probably will, but I just want to make sure I address a few things that are important. Number one, I feel extremely bad for any of you that have contacted me or that expected to be in a shout out or in any way emailed me, messaged me, tried to get in contact with me. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Can you grab her? Thank you. I don't want you to feel like I neglected you or I did this on purpose. This has been a pretty trying few months for Callie and I. Everything's okay. We're fine. We're moving to a new house. But it's been crazy. So around January, I was burnt out and just exhausted mentally, physically, everything. And so I decided that we were going to take a little break around January. And my original plan was just to take a few weeks and then start getting back at it and hit it hard. But after that, few weeks went by, some other things in our life started to happen, and it expanded into this whole protracted period where it's just been one thing after another, which basically has crescendoed into us having to move. So we are leaving our awesome paradise home in the mountains, but it's okay. We have a beautiful house in town that we're moving to. I'm going to have like a full dedicated workshop and studio, so I'm going to have it all set up to film and everything else. But it's just been crazy, and I haven't had my gear or anything, so I don't want you to feel like I abandoned you or that I neglected you. Even if I did neglect you, I didn't do it on purpose. So I want to address some of the people that have contacted me and give you some of the plans that are coming up for the channel, some of the videos that I have scheduled. My touring schedule for the rest of the year, I'm going to be doing a lot of shows. I'm doing Kansas City, and it's July 12th through the 14th, Kansas City Crypticon. We're going from there to Utah, FearCon, and that's in October. And Scare LA I think Scare LA is right after Kansas City. So I'm going to, in a later video, I'll give you my exact schedule, what times I'm going to be there, where my booth is going to be, and everything else. So if you happen to live close, if you want to stop by, come say hi, that would be amazing. Or if you live in the vicinity on the way to or from the shows, I would consider going a little bit out of my way to stop and see you if you wanted to do that. And that's Hope. I'm going to contact you. I'm sorry that haven't been in touch, but after Utah, I would like to come see you like we talked about before, and I'll contact you about that. Okay, so Kenneth, thank you for being patient with me on the commission. I'm almost finished with it. It's been... I haven't had a studio to work in, so. Kenneth Brant, I'm working on a Michael Myers commission for him. He's been exceedingly patient with me and not put pressure on me to finish it, even though it's taken me forever. So go check him out. I'm going to put a link down below to Kenneth's channel. You should know him. If you don't, go check him out. He does wonderful oil work, still life work. He's fantastically talented. Jessica Benson sent me her half of a collaboration piece that we're working on. As soon as I have my studio, I'm working on a separate studio downtown until we get our home. I'm going back to a studio that I worked in a few years ago, and it's in a commercial building downtown. I have the space, it's all set up. You might have seen I posted some pictures on Instagram. I'm working on painting it and getting it all set up. As we speak, I should be in there in a week or two. And so as soon as I'm set up there, I'm going to finish your piece, Jessica, and that's a collaboration that we'll put up on the channel. If you guys haven't seen Jessica's work, go check it out. I'll link to her channel in the description box. She does awesome work. Her palette is incredible. Purples, magentas. You guys know how much I love those. So we're working on that, or she's finished it. She's just waiting for me to get off my lazy ass and finish my part of it. So that's coming up, the collaboration with Jessica. Kat emailed me forever ago about some stuff on the website. I'm going to get back to her. Let's see what else. The blood splatter video, full technique breakdown of splatter techniques is in the works. I'm working on it as we speak. It's partially done. I'm filming some of the technique stuff, and then I'm going to do voiceover. I'm going to completely break down how you do splatter technique, how you get different textures, and you can use it in different, not just blood splatter, but you can use the splatter technique for different things. I've seen it used for like stars and galaxy pieces. It adds a lot of texture and a lot of depth and character to work. I think splatter and drip work. So that is going to be a complete technique breakdown video. It's partially done. I'm working on finishing it up. So that, the studio tour, when I put up the poll video a few months ago, that was the #1 choice. You guys wanted a studio tour, which is perfect timing right now because I'm setting up that studio downtown. So I'll take you through the whole process. I might even do a time lapse of me painting it up and setting it up and all that kind of stuff. And then when I have everything moved in there from the house and the studio completely set up, I'll do a full tour and take you through all of my equipment and everything that I use, and that'll be fun. So give me about, I'd say 2 weeks, and the studio should be all set up, and we'll do the tour, and I'll show you guys the workspace. So that's coming up, and then as soon as we get our house, our other house that we're moving into, we're going to put up the community art wall. That stuff has been treasured. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put a card there. A lot of community members sent their own original artwork to Callie and I, and it was one of the most amazing things that has ever happened to me, especially with YouTube. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to Callie. That stuff is locked up safe in storage bins until we can get it up on the wall in our home. I haven't wanted to move it around or put it up until we have a permanent space to put it again. So when we get our home, we're going to have a whole wall in the living room. We're going to put up all of that community art that you guys sent, and we're going to do a video showing, you know, us putting it up and everything. So that's coming. I just finished a time-lapse video of, I'm doing a whole series of black and gray pieces to offset a lot of my color work. So that's something that I started to get into, and after I got a few pieces into it, I decided to make it into a graphic novel, or at least an illustrated book. One day I might turn it into a graphic novel. That's called The Series of the Undead, and there's 12 pieces. Once the 12 pieces are done, I'm going to have a book out, and I just finished, what was it, I think it was the 7th piece in the series. He's called Crabman. And I did a whole time-lapse video from start to finish of me doing that piece. And I put a lot of time into it, a lot of editing. It's all my own music. I tried to do some different things with the video editing, and I'm trying to take up the production value a little bit. You know, we're all working on this as we go. We're trying to get better, and I want to up the production value of the videos as we go along. So I'm really proud of that. I put a lot of time into it. If you want to check it out, you can check it out here, and then I'll put a card at the end of this video, and I'm doing a full technique breakdown of that piece from start to finish. I'm going to go in depth, in detail, all of the techniques that I use to create the piece. So as you're watching it go by in real time, I'm going to be talking about all of the techniques that I'm using, and then I'll interject and actually show you demonstrations of the techniques that I used in that piece. So that I am also working on currently. It's probably, I'd say, like 30 or 40% done. These are all things that I'm working on. They're not just ideas. They're actively being worked on and will be finished soon. And that was another one that you guys voted on in the poll. That was a complete breakdown of techniques for one of my pieces. So I'm trying to address all of this stuff in the poll because I really appreciate the amount of feedback that I got from that, and I want to get all of that stuff done for you guys, all this stuff that you want to see. So on that topic, Kansas City, that I said and was talking about earlier in this video, is July 12th through the 14th, and that is the biggest show that I do. And I say I because I don't know if Callie's going to be able to make it this year with me, which is a huge bummer. She might be able to meet me there, but pardon me. Either way, I'm going to be there. I'm driving across country with the full loadout. I got shirts, I got pillows, I got posters, I got prints of all different sizes. I have giant prints, poster prints, canvas prints, mugs, stickers, you name it. So one of the other videos that you guys wanted and that I've wanted to do for a while that I think can be super helpful is a complete breakdown of how to do a show, an art show, and these are like horror shows where you'll see a lot of artists at these shows. I'm a horror artist, but you don't have to be. There are a lot of different vendors at these shows, but shows and conventions are one of the top ways that you can get out there to network, to market yourself. They're a good way to make money if you know what to bring, what to sell, and what goes over well at the shows. I'm going to show you all that. I'm going to show you from our mistakes, what we've learned doing them, how to do them efficiently, and what we found sells at the shows, and what we found works the best. So I'm going to do a whole thing. It's probably going to be like a 3-part, 4-part series, because I want to do a complete vlog. The drive there is 26 hours. The drive back is 26 hours. Callie and I did it the last couple of years, and it's a doozy, but it's a lot of fun being out there on the road and seeing the country. It gets in your blood. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to vlog the whole thing, share it with you guys. I'm going to show you how to load up the car. I'm going to show you how to maximize space in the car, how to package things so they don't get broken, or at least how I do it. And then I'm going to take you all around the show and show you all of the different booths that other artists have. We'll probably talk to people and maybe ask them some questions, like their advice, on how to get started, just to get some different perspectives. I'll show you how I prep for the show and what we bring, and then the whole table setup when we get there, and we'll talk to people as they come to the booth and just share the whole experience with you. And then we come back and I'll kind of do like a full roundup of how the whole show went. So that's going to be a multi-part series. It's going to take a lot of time and effort, but I'm looking forward to doing that. Those are, other than commission work, those are the primary source of income that I have in terms of being a working artist. I do a lot of shows during the year, and you can make a living doing them. You can do pretty well for yourself. So I'll share with you everything that I've learned and everything that I've learned in terms of what not to do. So like I said from the beginning, none of this is I'm not trying to redirect you to my website so that you'll buy my stuff, or there's no ulterior motive. You don't have to be a member of my Patreon. There's no paywall. I just want to show you what I do so that you can start applying it to what you do, so that you can be a working artist too. I want you to succeed. Your success doesn't threaten me. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you how to get into the shows and all that stuff. So that's coming up. What else? One of the things I'm going to start doing immediately, because I'm not going to be able to shout outs, or I'm still going to do the big epic shout outs. That's always going to be a thing. But the amount of them that I was doing the past couple of years was overwhelming. I was giving up a large majority of my free time to make those things happen. It's a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of prep work, and it was just it was not sustainable for me to keep doing that many, and it was one of the reasons I started to burn out, and I don't want that to happen again. The shout outs will still be there. It's probably going to be closer to like one a month, and that way I think it'll be more special, and I'll be able to make sure that my energy is up for them and that I'm still happy and stoked to do them, because it's always something that I want to do. But what I can do, I was brainstorming the other day in the studio while I was painting in the studio downtown, and I was thinking, because I desperately want to keep helping on an everyday basis, but I just can't keep doing the shout outs like that. But I had an idea, and this is what I'm going to start doing immediately. So at the end of every one of my videos, and I'm going to go back over the next however long it takes me, I'm going to go back through all of my videos, whether they're art related, personal, music, whatever, all of them. And I'm going to permanently put in the description box of all of my videos as many links, and this will be a permanent thing. I'm just going to have a constant list in all of my videos of links to other artists' channels. You're going to see it here in this video. And those will be permanently forever in all of my videos. I'm going to fit as many of those as I can get into there while still actually having a description. So I'm going to get all of the people that had contacted me already about being in shoutouts, and all the people that I've been trying to get to. You will be in a full-on shout out with me, and you will also be in the links. So always look in the links in my videos from now on, because there will be a permanent list of artists in the description box that you can go check out. Go check out their channels and go see what they're doing. My camera's blinking at me. So I'm going to do that, and also at the end of every video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put cards throughout all my videos, sporadically, periodically. So keep an eye on those with other artists that I find, or that if you email me, please keep emailing me if you want to be in shoutouts, in cards, in links. Just email me and I'll fit you in wherever I can, however I can. Cards in my videos, not all of them, but not every single card is going to be an artist link, but every single video will have at least 1 or 2 cards that are links to other artists' videos or channels. So I'll be able to help you out that way. Those will be permanent in all of my videos. And then at the end of every video, the little, what do they call them, in-screen boxes, you know, where the little thumbnail is, and you can click on that at the end of the video. I'll put one of those. I usually don't put more than 3, but I'll always have a couple for myself, and then at the end of all my videos, I'll have one of them dedicated to another artist channel or another artist video. So if you want to be involved in any of that, please email me. My email's in the description, and just let me know that you want to be in one of those, and I will get you in. So if you're watching any of my videos, always be looking out for those. Look in the description box, watch out for the cards, and watch the end screens. And I promise that's not a ploy to get you to watch the whole video. If you want to just fast forward through my jabbering and go look at the card at the end to go see the artist, you're welcome to do that. Okay, so I'm trying to help. I want to keep the community going, and I want to keep helping as much as possible. So bear with me, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you everybody that stayed in touch. Jessica, David, Hope as always, Danica. She's contacted me, Danica Raven. She does a really cool horror show, and I told her I wanted to be a part of it, which I do. So if you're watching this, I'm going to try and fit that in. She does like a really cool horror show on her channel. It's a unique, reminds me of kind of like the old, like what do they call them, like the late night, you know, vampire movie things. Like it's like old school traditional horror, and it's a really neat thing that she's doing. So I want to try and be involved with that. Danica Raven, I'll put a link in the description here, and then we'll get her up in a full-fledged shout out pretty soon. So there's that. Let's see what else. Everybody that's contacted me, I'm going to get back to you. I'm so sorry that I haven't. I've been super overwhelmed. Kitty, Christine, Becky, Ethan, Ian, Jeremiah, Caleb, Johnny, if you want to still do the collaboration with me, I can. It's so many, I can go on and on, but I'm working on answering all the emails, getting back to everybody. If you know anything about me, I take my time on every one of them, so I don't want to give you just like a rote quick answer, so it takes me a long time. So I'd rather take my time and wait till I have time to answer you properly and talk to you in depth like you deserve. So I'm back on it now, okay? So I think that's about everything that I wanted to cover. So thank you all for your support. Keep watching. There's a ton of stuff coming up, and I'll have Callie and Ginger back in a video pretty soon when we're settled at home. She's doing all kinds of cool stuff with her planning. We're gonna get her a channel started and get her going on YouTube. She's doing planner meetups and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, stay tuned. I'll be back next week with some more in-depth detail in terms of a schedule for the new videos coming out and my tour schedule for the rest of the year. Come meet me. I would love to see you. And also coming up, I'm going to do another full-fledged shout out and then a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which I'm going to be giving prints to anybody that wants one. Okay, so that's all I got for now from my mom's home. We will say goodbye, and I'll see you pretty soon. I'll be back soon with some more stuff for you guys. So thank you so much for not giving up on me. All right, later.